Hello everybody, my name is Michael, and I am the guy playing Final Fantasy VIII here on the Rare Stones Gaming channel. I wanted to come on camera and talk about something that I enjoy, something that I've sort of been getting into. That's gaming, but it's different, it's weird. I call myself a little bit of a collector, and many of you will probably understand where I'm coming from. I own probably too many games. Less than 1,000. I think I'm only like 300 or 400, 200 or 300, maybe four if we don't count Steam. I don't count Steam games, and I really don't count my box PC games because some of those don't actually have cases. Some of those are loose discs. You know, if we just count console, I'm pretty sure I'm pushing around 200 to 300, give or take. I think I haven't counted like recently, but it's somewhere in that general area, and I haven't really kept track. And that's great. I love it. It's something I like doing. Something, however, that I've been dealing with, and some of you may understand this completely or may not, is let me demonstrate what I mean. Okay, I recently got these. This is cool. I recently got my hands on the original Pokemon games. Oh, sorry. Red, blue, yellow, gold, and silver. And I got crystal coming too. So I have them right here. And my problem was, wholeheartedly, they're awesome, but I wanted to have them displayed on my bookcase over here. I'll put up a picture of it or something for you guys to see. My bookcase where where all my gaming stuff is. I have some stuff in like my closet, and that's neither here nor there. But the point is that I have a lot of crap, and I wanted to have these on display. And a little bit about me. There's a story involving red and blue that people may not know. You won't know, but I want to tell it. So when I got into like Pokemon, I was 5th grade, and I asked for my birthday for a Game Boy Color, a Link Cable, Pokemon Red and Blue, and the book. And my parents got it for me for my birthday, and that was like the greatest thing. Like I've never. That was like the greatest. I was balling that birthday. Like I wanted nothing else but to have me some Pokemon action, and you best believe it, I got me some Pokemon action. Now, like an idiot kid, I didn't take good care of my stuff growing up. I grew up as a military brat, so we moved a lot. And when you move a lot, you lose stuff. And when you lose stuff, well, you just don't have it anymore. So, like my Game Boy Color, my original Pokemon games that I had, they are long gone somewhere. Who knows what happened to them? I don't even. I'm lucky I still have like my old Game Boy Advance. I'm surprised I still have that. That actually really surprises me that didn't get lost. And there's a story behind that too. I actually lost my first Game Boy Advance, and my parents made me wait an entire year before they buy me a new one. So I missed out on Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire when they first came out. I had to wait an entire year while everyone else was playing these new Pokemon games. It's not like it mattered. I didn't have any friends at the time, but while everyone's enjoying these new, brand new Pokemon games that I wanted to play, I had to wait for a year because I was a dumbass and lost it. I have Golden Sun. It was sitting on a shelf in my closet for an entire year because I could not play this amazing RPG. Just, I remember I got it for Christmas. Day after Christmas, I went and bought myself Pokemon Sapphire, and I immersed myself in that. Back to what I was saying. You want to display your games. These are cool. These are awesome. I love these. These are done. These are gems. I got some stuff over here I'm gonna unbox, but some of you probably already have done this before, but you want cases. So one of the things I wanted to do was come up with the waiting case, because the problem is that up until about the DS and the DS, 360, PS3, and well, even the GameCube, up until like the PS2 era, games were not in cases. Our games did not have like actual cases, and really, the Game Boy didn't have any actual Game Boy cases. Game Boy Color had no actual cases outside of the cardboard nonsense you had to put up with. And yeah, you didn't have a way to actually keep your shit encased and safe and displayed. I have nothing but respect for CIB collectors, man. Complete in box, Go on eBay and look up a complete in box set for Pokemon. I saw a complete in box set of all the Game Boy games for Pokemon. That's red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, and crystal. That was going for $500. That's insanity. I mean, that's less than $100 a game, complete in box, but that's insanity. You know, for me to get these five, I got these in one lot off of one seller. This was $100. I think it was like $100. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. For 5 games, that comes out to like $20 a game. And I know for a fact that one of my secondhand shops I frequent on a regular basis sells each of these games for about $30 a piece. So that was actually a much better deal. I will say though, these are actually pretty well worn. You could tell that kids own these. The gold version is actually really well worn. Thankfully, I don't care about the condition too much as long as like I wanted the labels to be there. But like I'll show you this on camera real quick. If you look closely, the gold version actually has like a damn chunk, like it's dented or something. I don't know how they pulled that off. That's impressive, man. I took good care of, despite me losing my stuff, I took good care of the stuff I held on to. You know what I mean? Like, so I wanted a way to do that. So I got this. I'm gonna open this up. If I can, yeah, scissors too, right? You know, that makes perfect sense. I don't know how these things are arranged in here. My first order was kind of a big one. I'll have a link in the description to the site where I got these from. CustomGameCases.com. They do other kinds of cases. I think they're currently still sold out of like the N64, SNES, and the NES. They do those too. But, you know, the handheld stuff was easy. Alright, so let's get into it, shall we? Oops. Keep my address safe. You don't need to see that. So, this is the first one. Look at that. That's Pokemon Blue. Look at. I love this. The reason I like these so much is, for one, they're legit. Like, this is a legit, like, this looks really good. And like the back writing is like stuff from the original. Like, this was on the original case. I remember I had these games as a kid. This was on the original. What I also like, and I'll show this too, is that the insert is actually for a Game Boy game. So, boom. Look at that. It's in there. Like, something in my soul tells me that, like, I'm going to end up loaning this to someone. They're going to be like, hey, can I borrow Pokemon Blue from you? And I'm going to be like, there you go. And they're going to be like, oh, Pokemon Blue in an actual case? And it's nicely done? Look at that. That's wonderful. It's blue. Let's take a look at the next one. We got red, which looks really nice. I don't know. I think the red always looked a lot redder. Like, the printouts for these always look way redder than I think the actual game look. I haven't looked at the actual, like, case, the box art for red and blue in, like, years. So I think this is probably about as red as it was. I think this looks really, like, oversaturated. But this looks really good, all things considered. And this isn't, like, I don't think, this is, like, high quality. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, this feels like high quality paper. Like, this isn't like cheap paper. You can tell they actually, like, this is legit. Like, even like everything on here is legit from the original game. And that's something I really appreciate. So we're gonna put that back real quick. So yeah, we got red. The red's gonna go right in there. We got yellow. Obviously, I have to have yellow. Funny story about yellow. This is a funny one. Yellow was like, I remember yellow coming out and being hyped about this game. And I played it a lot, and I think I hated it because you felt obligated to use Pikachu. But Pikachu is garbage. Not like I'm not saying that Pikachu altogether is garbage, but like Pikachu without being able to evolve is garbage. And I think the reason why kids were so attracted to this, because as kids you didn't pay attention to stats back in the 90s. No one cared about stats. It wasn't until Jesus, like Generation 3, that like online message boards started giving a shit about stats to begin with. And I don't think that really kicked off until Generation 4, man. But like, no one cared about stats back then. So, you know, I remember I had a friend who, used link cables, and he traded his Pikachu off of his yellow version to a red version, made it evolve into Raichu, then traded it back, and was like, okay, now the game can continue the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm still gonna play it, but it's so weird to see like yellow again. I remember this game coming out and so many people were hyped for it, only to find out that it was basically red and blue retreaded. The only difference was is that the Pokemon sprites were actually in color and they had different artwork, which is a pretty big deal. Then you could get the original three starters really easily in game. But yeah, like look at this. This is awesome. Like the games fit. Like that's a lot of work, man. They do good. Look at this. Like oh sorry, they came up with like custom holders for the games. It fits the cases. We're gonna get through a few of these extras. We got gold and silver. I remember. Wow, I'm gonna reminisce a little bit. My mom bought me and my brother gold and silver. They were coming out. We wanted it, and she ordered it online for us, or off of QVC or something. I remember we got it, and I played the shit out of Pokemon Silver. Like that's a fact. Like I spent so many hours in Pokemon Silver just doing shit, just leveling shit. I would be at Mount Moon for just hours. I leveled a Pupitar, Larvitar to Tyranitar in like a day. Like I would just spend my entire weekend just playing and like leveling, just all day. That's all I would do. My brother was never like me. And my brother played, but he was the guy who like leveled like one Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like he had like his starter, and that worked in battles for him early on until I started to just build teams. So his starter might be at like 75, but like my entire team would be at like 60. So he would have an advantage in level, but he had like nothing else. So like if that one Pokemon like went down, he lost everything. Like he couldn't win. So that's cool. I think these are great. So that's cool enough, right? Right. The problem is that I didn't stop there, and I'm surprised I didn't stop there. It would have been one thing if I just went and just boxed up these. Like these are gonna look great. I'm so excited to have these boxed up. These are gonna look amazing on my shelf, like just in general. I didn't stop there because they don't just do Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. They do Game Boy Advance games. These are in the exact order too. So we got Fire Red, we got Ruby, we got Sapphire. That's not all. That's not all. We got, I own all of these, by the way. Every case I'm showing you, I own the game. We got Emerald. Oh, ooh. This is a nice one. This is one I like. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the GBA. Does anyone remember this? Am I the only one who remembers this? Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, we're not done. We're not even done. That's not even it. Box goes on forever. I'm surprised this was. They have them in the legit order that the order form has them in. I was surprised because I opened up and it was blue, and I knew that was the first one on the list. So that's really weird. They stacked them exactly as they were on the order list. This is one I almost didn't get, but I just had to. because this was one of the first actual RPGs I played on the handheld, aside from like Pokemon, because I wanted to play like an actual handheld RPG. I never beat it. I didn't get very far because the game was balls for me, but I love this game to death, and that is Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color. Holy crap. Yeah, you can definitely tell some of these they used odd scans because the colors seem a little oversaturated on this one. Everything looks clear though, like this looks really good. Oh, can't have a collection without two very important games. Golden Sun. Golden Sun 2. Uh, yeah, I didn't actually get Golden Sun 2 until way late in my life. It came out and I just missed it. I ended up buying it used at a GameStop because trying to find it new was impossible. But yeah, I have these as well for cases. And we have one more. This one. This one makes me happy. I was so happy they actually had this one. This one doesn't look like they printed it nearly as well. I don't think they had a good scan for this one. It looks good. Like the case looks good. But some of the back scans for the game don't look as crisp as like the Pokemon ones do. So I don't think they had a lot of really good scans for this one. And that is Fire Emblem for the Game Boy, for the Game Boy Advance. This was Fire Emblem. I think this one's actually Fire Emblem 7. I'm terrible with the numbers on these. This is Fire Emblem 7. Happy to own that. Yeah, that was a lot of cases. I bought like 14 of them. I know. It's kind of shameful. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was this. So, I don't own a Game Boy Color anymore, unfortunately. And that's weird that I don't own a Game Boy Color anymore. So I got this. And this is not what you think. It is what you think. It's mostly what you think. It's like 80% what you think. Like what you're thinking right now, what it is, you're close. You're pretty close. You wouldn't be wrong. So if you looked around on the internet, you probably heard about people wanting a backlit Game Boy Color. And there's a company in China that makes them. And this is actually probably one of the better rated devices that does exactly that. And that is none other than the GB Boy Color. I know what you're thinking. This is hokey as shit. But this thing's actually like legit. I'm going to show you. We're going to actually open this up right now. Because I don't have batteries with me at the moment. Else when I boot this bitch up and show you. I might cut and get batteries. Actually. That might actually fucking happen. But, pull this out. So, I owned an original, back in the day, I owned the Atomic Purple, Clear Purple Game Boy Color. And I told myself if I was going to have a Game Boy Color, I want specifically that color. Because that's nostalgic color for me. And this, my friends, is the GB Boy Color. Feels good in the hand. So you're gonna notice the screen's a little shorter. It's widescreen, which is kind of weird that they did that. Feels about the same. I don't have batteries in it, so it's gonna feel a little on the light end. Everyone made a huge deal about the D-pad. I don't feel the D-pad's bad. Start and select buttons feel good. This is just a good. The only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't actually have an IR port, which, no one really used that. I think I used the feature with my brother, but we never got anything good off of it. So, I mean, maybe that's a loss. Maybe that's the win. Who really cares? I don't care. But yeah, I have this now. So I can play these games the way they're supposed to be played. And this looks just like an original. Like, this looks so good. So if you're interested in one of these, look these up. GB Boy Color. They're a little pricey these days. I think you can find them usually online from China for about $33, $35, which isn't too terrible, all things considered. You're going to pay probably more for like an actual Game Boy Color, and that might not have the battery cover on it, which I don't know if you know, look up on like Craigslist or eBay, man, for like all those Game Boy Colors I get sold. Like all 90% of the, you know, on like Amazon, look up like used Game Boy Colors, like 90% of them are missing the battery cover. How do you do that? How do you lose the battery cover? Like losing anything else I get, but the battery cover, like why? How would you lose that? Why would you take that off? You take it off like once every few like weeks to change the battery, put it right back on. How do you lose that? I don't understand how anyone loses those kind of things. Anyways, I've rambled on enough, and it's been a 20-minute video. I'm sorry about that. I wanted to talk about collecting and talk about myself a little bit. I'm gonna start trying to arrange this stuff on my shelf, and hopefully it looks good when I'm done. I hope. How does the Game Boy Advance? I never. Okay, so the Game Boy Advance is literally the same thing. It's just the Game Boy Advance is old. The Game Boy Advance games are only gonna take up half because they're about the same length dimensions as the Game Boy Color game, I think. That's cool. Either way, this isn't all my Game Boy Advance games. These are just the ones I really wanted the box. I'm actually missing one that I really should have got the box for. I regret not getting it, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, did I need it though? You know what I mean? Like I bought like 14. There's one other over here, which is Pokemon Crystal. It wasn't included in this first order. They sent it at the same time though, so. If you choose to buy from custom game cases, just a word of warning, it's about a week before they ship. I ordered it on like a Monday night, and it didn't ship until like that next Monday or Tuesday. So it's about a full week you're gonna wait before your order gets completed and shipped to you. And then it still took like another like handful of days for it to actually get to me. So word of warning, you know, I like their product. This is a very good first impression, but word of warning to the wise, keep that in mind if you order from them. You might be waiting for a bit. Just letting you know, putting it out there. Anyways, guys, I will be back with more Final Fantasy VIII. I apologize for the lack of uploads lately. Been balancing my new job and trying to make sure I'm on point at all times. It's a lot of work. I don't leave work on time anymore. I leave late like every day. Videos will be back on track. I am looking forward to doing more on this channel. I also know the next game I'm going to do, and I am like super excited. So look forward to that because the next game is going to be epic. I am so excited. Anyways, guys, stay tuned. My name is Mike. This is Rare Stones Gaming. I will see you all later.